Hello and welcome to another episode of Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils, and today, in a nutshell, Piratoons. Piratoons is a game from two new labs, Act and Games and Fishing Cactus. Piratoons is obviously a pirate game in a toon theme. So let's take a look at the components and what is in the box. So first of all, and this is the groundbreaking, never seen before pirate chest in a game. Maybe you can see there's a little bit of a lid here. Can you see? So this is a real pirate chest with 1, 2, 3 large spots and 6 small spots, and you have a lid for that. So you have a little edge here and a lid for the pirate box here. What do you put in this pirate box? These are the tiny things. There could be in sails, there could be in steering wheels or people. Then you have guns in here for the gun slots. I'll show you that in a second. You have passengers in there, and you have, for the bullseye, people in there. Then you have these ship tiles with bullseyes, with gun slots, or with passengers. They are different levels. So this is a 3-story, this is a 1-story, 2-story, and up to 4 stories high. You have a couple of doubloons, and by the way, this is a real critical point. These doubloons looking really ugly. And why I'm pointing that out, every other piece in that game looks, for me, gorgeous. It looks perfect. It looks really good. Take a look at the real thick cardboard here. That's massive. If you weight that game, it's really heavy. And the only thing that felt really short is this doubloons. Anyway, so you have scoring tokens, +5, +2, and on the other side of the 2 is a -2. You have meeples, you have a sand timer, 15 seconds, and you have this cool looking ships. You have a 4-player game, therefore you have 4 colors: red, yellow, blue, and green. Each player has a different ship, but it doesn't really matter. And you have a super helper, handy dandy helper card in here. Let's take a look how this game works. In Piratoons, you're playing exactly 8 rounds. Each round starts with filling up this treasure chest. So you're putting 2 of these 3 large tiles and 6 of these small tiles into the chest. Now the real fun part of the game begins. You close the chest, put on the lid on, and flip the whole chest around. Then you reveal it. Almost, but with one hand it's not super easy. So then you flip that around like this, and now you start with a simultaneous bidding on these tiles. You turn around this sand timer here, and everybody is putting his meeples on it at the same time. This timer is only 15 seconds, and there are a couple of other rules involved, but the real important part is it's only 15 seconds. However, even if the time is running out now, if everybody is still playing and placing tiles, it is allowed to place a tile until someone screams stop. So this is not a real timer, it's a minimum timer. That means if everybody or no one is screaming stop, you play until the first one is saying stop. After that, you just simply resolve. Each tile without any meeple goes into the water. Each tile with tight numbers of meeples, like in this case 1 and 1, you cancel out the tight numbers. This would be now 0 people on it would go into the water. This goes to blue, this goes to red. This has a full tie, everybody would cancel each other out, and so on. Each tile you get from here, you can immediately build into your ship, like this here. Each of these tiles here, the ship tiles, goes between the front and the rear part of your ship. Each of these tiles go in the position they should be. These people on the deck go on deck. These bullseye people go on bullseyes. Here you put cannons in it, and here you put passengers in it. If you have, for an example, unused pirate meeples here, you get for each unused pirate meeple $1, so, or a doubloon. So in this case, you would get 4 doubloons. You would get these just to make it easier before you take the tiles, to make sure not getting your meeples back, or even the tight meeples back, and not mixing them up. After that, you may have a couple of these tiles here that are not claimed as a loot or tiles for your own ships in the water outside here. Now the second layer of a bidding game starts. Each player is secretly bidding on a position of buying these tiles. Everybody's revealing his bid at the same time. Again, ties cancel each other out, but instead of you have to pay it into this, in a tie you get it back into your own possession. Then the player with the highest bidding wins, discarded it, and take one of these tiles. Player with less biddings, more than 0, must buy a tile, even if they don't want it to, or even if they don't can place it. And then you place all your tiles into the ship. But this is an ongoing effect, placing them into your ships, because you are always allowed to rearrange that. After this, you fill up the new treasure chest. Please keep in mind, this is the lid of the treasure chest, so you have to bring in the bottom again, fill up these spots here, 6 of them, 3 new of that, and you do that again. You put on the top of that, flip it around, and you restart the next round. You do that exactly 8 rounds. At the end of round 8, the player with the most points win. How you can get points? Very easy. I just wanted to show you this little helper card here. Step 1, fill up the chest. Step 2, bid in 15 seconds. You see the timer here, 15 seconds on these tiles. Part 3, just count and give money for the remaining meeples. Then take the majority tiles. Then blind bidding on step 5 and step 6, building in. Here is what tiles are in the game. So for the screen bullseye, you have 3 different ones. For sails on top of, you have 7 possible 4 different sails and 3 different tiles on deck. For on deck, you have just simply 3 different tiles, and so on. After 8 rounds, you flip that tile over, and now you score. For the majority of sails, you get 5 victory points, the second one 2. For the majority of money left over in your hand, again, for the majority of barrels, oh, barrels, we never talked about barrels, no problem. Each single tile has on bottom here, each single ship tile, barrels. So for the most barrels, you get another 5 and 2. Then for each matching shell or not matching shell, you get either 2 points plus or 2 points minus. What is a matching shell? Very easy. So on your starting ship you have a color here, which is white. This is the front of your starting ship, and this is the rear of your starting ship. Whenever you build in a tile in between, in this case it's white and green and red and white, so this would not match at all. You get -2 for here and -2 for here. However, when you build in a next round this tile here and probably this one here in, then you have not matching, -2 plus 2 is 0, plus another 2 is 2, plus another 2 is 4. So with these tiles you would get 4 points plus. Then the most not occupied bullseye, the most not occupied pieces on top, the most not occupied gun slots, and the most not occupied passengers gives you -2. Then the most occupied spots overall gives you another 2. And then you have a set collection on top of that. For each 3 of the same kind, you get 5. For each 2 of the same kind, you get 2. And for each 3 of the same type, like this here, for an example, passengers, you get 4 points. Sails never count in this set collection. Whoever gets the most points will win the game. So, and now, like always in a nutshell, let's talk about my personal experience and my personal opinion on that game. Is Piratoons a groundbreaking new game? Is Piratoons a game you have never seen before? Obviously not. It's a game with 2 layers of a bidding game. First of all, bidding here on these tiles in the treasure chest. Let me flip it over for you. Zack. Like this. So first of all, time bidding on this one here, like in other games. For an example, going, gone. It's the same in going, gone. You have little cups, but here you have little pirates, and you have to place these people on these tiles here. In 15 seconds, you have a lot of time pressure in this stage of the game here to make that. And you have the second layer of bidding in this blind bidding here in this game. So you have a game of 2 bidding phases. One is driven by stress, one is driven by the just 15 seconds of time, the other one is just a pure blind bidding system. In only 8 rounds, in a very short period of time, you play a game of just bidding and stressful time bidding. In a very interesting theme. So pirates are usually not really fast, they're usually always drunken, but this Piratoons game has a really interesting theme. I love this treasure chest. I have never seen a chest built like this here before, and when you load it up you flip it over. That's unique. I have never seen that. All the pieces are having a really good solid quality. There's nothing wrong except for the artwork of this horrible doubloons. Anyway, that's not really important. You can take whatever you want as currency in the game. But is this really a groundbreaking game? Of course not. Is it a fun game? Of course yes. And the theme definitely delivers in this game. You create this gigantic, cool looking pirate ships. You build in this cool stuff, you build in this cool components. That is a lot of fun. And then at the end of the day, when you blind bid something, and you have to take one of these tiles and you cannot build it in, then sometimes, oh damn, I get another ship tile because someone bid more, but you put just one and you have to build it in, and now you get 1, 2, 3, 4 more extra spots you have to fill up, and then you feel screwed up by the other players. So again, my personal experience, we all have a lot of fun with that game. It's a short game, it's a filler game, but it comes in a heavy box. It comes with really cool components, really good for a filler game, but it's totally easy to teach, totally fast to play. But I can see that this game is not appealing to everybody because of the pressure of this time. The sand clock pressure of 15 seconds, and then you have to place your meeples. That's a lot of pressure, and not everybody loves this time pressure. At the end of the day, I have to say, not even a single playtester hated or don't like the game. Everybody enjoyed playing Piratoons and enjoyed it. It exactly delivers in under 30 minutes, having a lot of fun, playing a cool, very cool, nice and neat bidding game, and it's exactly what it should be. A cool, good filler. At the end of the day, I have to say, please check it out. This is, from my perspective, a really good filler game, but it's just a filler game. It's not a high, super strategic game. Of course not. But this is not the goal of the game at all. Thanks for watching. This was Nils, Cyrils Brettspiele, in a nutshell edition with Piratoons from Act and Games and Fishing Cactus. See you next time. Bye bye.